Hey guys, and welcome to, I guess, the second installment of Maya sits on her beanbag chair, some form of David Dobrik merch, and talks about emotional stuff. As my cat causes a ruckus. So first, I really want to thank you guys for the response that I got from my last video. Honestly, I was not expecting that. Just the outpouring of love from all you guys, whether it's being like, hey, I'm here for you, or hey, that video really helped me, thank you so much. Was not expecting any of it, and I want to thank you guys for that. Like, honestly, it means the world to me. And again, just so you guys know, if you ever need anything at all, I'm here for you guys. Again, thank you. So, this video. I did not want to film this video. I never intended to film this video. This is not something I ever want to discuss. But after talking with some of my friends, they said, you know, if you're going to be completely open and honest with everyone, it's something that you need to discuss. So I mentioned in my last video that I recently experienced a loss. And I guess that now I'm going to tell you guys about it. So like you guys saw in the title, yeah, this isn't clickbait. My ex-boyfriend passed away. Now, this is not the ex that you guys are probably thinking of. It's not the one that I was in the like super long-term relationship with. It's not the one that you guys know. Out of respect, I'm not even mentioning his name. But it's not that ex. It's the next person that I dated after him. I don't want to name names in this. That's just it. And I don't know how to go about this without naming names. So, for the sake of this, we'll just call the boy that I dated Derek. For the sake of this video, we'll just call him Derek. Why Derek? I don't know, but we'll call him Derek. So, Derek and I met through mutual friends. Not too long after me and, the ex split up, I started hanging out with a different group of friends, which was really good for me. And somebody in that group was Derek. Now, I was always with them. He was always with them. There was always a little spark, but there was never really anything happening until I found out one of the people in this group was actually trying to set me up with him the entire time. So after a while, it just became Derek and I just started dating. I don't even really know how it happened. It's just we're always together and then all of a sudden we're dating. Honestly, I literally don't remember how it even began. I really don't. But it was at the point where he was already practically living at my house. Probably like 5 out of 7 nights a week he was staying here with me. So even though we weren't together that long, when we were together it was super intense. Like, if you guys remember, I went to New York City, I met Hannah Hart. He came with me on that trip. He came with me to meet Hannah Hart. Like, we were together for a few months. I'm the one who ended things. Why did I end things? That's the real question. Because everyone's like, oh, like, he's your ex. You shouldn't be as upset as you are. I ended things because Derek was involved in drugs. Now, a lot of the people in the friend group were, again, I'm not naming names in this. This is a big part of the reason that I'm not naming names. I don't want to shame anyone for drug use. Everyone has their own backstory. I don't condone drug use, but I don't want to say I'm not going to condemn those who do, but I still love these people. This is like getting really intense for me. Like, I'm not like about to cry, but like I have this actual genuine pain in my chest just talking about this. I ended things with him because I did not want to be in that lifestyle. I did not want to be, around the drugs all the time. And I would like to make a note, when I say drugs, I'm not talking about just smoking weed. Because, plenty of states, that's fully legal. In Massachusetts, it's fully legal. He was popping pills. I'm not going to get into what pills, because that's not important. But he was recreationally taking pills. I chose not to be around that kind of environment. And some people can do fine in that environment. I personally was just not there for it. I did not want to be around drugs. Really, Pip? Unfortunately, I went about the breaking up in the wrong way, and I take full responsibility for that. I do not like confrontation. Straight up hate it. So rather than saying to him, I don't want to do this, I don't want to be around this, I ghosted him. Which is not okay in any way, shape, or form. We're together for months. and I just stopped answering him completely. That's not okay. I never should have done that. But I'm a chicken and I'm that afraid of confrontation that that's what I did. I also bailed on that friend group because they were all involved in drugs as well, and I did not want to be around that kind of lifestyle. So I went about that in the wrong way, but that's what I did. I ghosted him, I ghosted the friend group, and it sucks, but it was the only way that I could get away from the drug lifestyle. I was not doing them, but I was around it, and I didn't want to be around it. So I was moving on with my life. I was still messaging every now and then one of the people from the friend group who like knew the reason that I kind of ghosted. Every now and then I'd message her being like, hey, how you doing? I miss you. How are things? But it wasn't the same as it used to be. One day, a few weeks ago, I randomly thought of this friend, the one who I would message from time to time. So I texted her. And I said to her, like, hey, I miss you, come back into my life. Because I'm still friends with her on Facebook. I've seen posts. She seems like she's doing great. She seems like she's sober now. Like, things are great. So I was like, hey, I miss you, come back into my life. She texted me a few hours later and said, hey, I assume that you heard about Derek. And I responded with, what about Derek? Now, her and Derek were like super close, so I assume that, you know, maybe they had started dating, something like that. So I'm like, what about him? And I don't get a response from her, but then my phone starts ringing, and it's her calling. And I'm like, what's up? She's bawling her eyes out and tells me Derek died. Now, me being the type of person that I am, I didn't even process it at first. My first response to everything is, let me fix this person. This person's upset, let me fix them. So I kind of went into straight up crisis mode, and I'm like, okay, you're coming over, like, come here, I'll be here for you. Like, not even tell me the story, not even let me be upset that my ex passed away, but just, you know, you and him were best friends, let me comfort you. So she came over for the night. You know, I let her, you know, cry her eyes out. I let her feel her emotions. And then the next day, I woke up and I was just straight up in shock. I messaged my sisters in the group chat and I'm like, guys, like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to feel. I messaged Danny, my best friend, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know how to feel. Thank God I had that day off work, like, or else I just don't know. But I feel like I'm still a little in shock. And I feel like I went straight from being in shock to being numb. And I still haven't really felt the emotions. The real reason that it hurts is bad, because everyone tells me, oh, he's your ex for a reason. He's your ex for a reason. He was such a genuinely good guy. He got mixed up in drugs, which sucks, but he was such a genuinely good guy. And the last text that he ever sent me said, Maya, I don't know what I did to make you hate me. And that breaks my heart. And every time that I think of that, I just feel like crying. Because he died thinking I hated him, when that couldn't be further from the truth. He was such a good guy. After we had split up, he had gone from pills to heroin, because heroin was cheaper. He passed away of an overdose. Unfortunately, the opioid epidemic is just so rampant here. It sucks, because I purposely never put anything about him on social media when we were together. Because after that bad breakup I had, I didn't want to put anything about anyone I was seeing on social media. And I'm still at that point where, you know, if I'm dating someone, I don't want to put them on social media. I just don't want to do that. I don't want to jinx things. I don't want to. Simple as that. And I feel like a lot of people on social media don't want to. So that's why I've been a little out of it. I know that eventually, you know, I'll actually feel my emotions. And I'll actually be able to grieve it out. But right now, I still feel so numb to anyone that has ever lost anybody to drugs. I'm so, so sorry. and I feel your pain. I never would have thought that him taking pills would lead to him being this deep into it. I never would have thought when we first started dating that one of these days Derek would be a heroin user, that he would overdose. My heart is just shattered. He was just such a genuinely good guy, and I never would have imagined this would have happened. I don't even know how to end this. It's just so sad. He was always so full of life, and now he's just gone. Anyways, guys, that's why I've been so off, I guess, lately. Grief does weird things. When you go numb, it's weird. I don't even know how to explain it. Alright guys, well, thank you for watching part 2 of Maya Sits in Her Beanbag Chair and David Dobrik merch talking about emotional stuff. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel. I promise it's not going to all be emotional stuff. It's gonna be back to fun stuff soon. If I'm gonna be completely open and honest with you guys, I need to be completely open and honest with you guys. And this is what I've been going through. Thank you guys for watching. I love you all. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
I don't know, but I've been told the world outside is oh so cold. So cold.